sit down and get comfortable. Talk a little bit. Good. So, we're going to look at guard retention. And when you want to look at guard retention and how to retain your guard, I think it's really important to look at the principles and concepts of what you're trying to achieve here. For example, what is someone trying to do when they're passing your guard? If Ralph is passing my guard, what is he trying to do? He's trying to get past the legs, obviously. Then he's trying to close the distance and consolidate. Okay, very simple. It happens every single position. If it's inside here, he goes to pass the legs, and then he consolidates. I can't move. Okay. So, what I want you guys to think about now. The easiest part for someone the easiest thing for someone to do when they're passing the guard is get past the legs. That's the easy part. The hardest part is consolidating. Because guys, especially at a high level, are really good at keeping you off of them, especially in no-gi where you don't have something to grab. So what I want you guys to do is think about that. That's our goal today, is to not give any kind of upper body control to my opponent. If Ralph's trying to pass here, I'm not giving him any kind of control. If he tries to pass and he doesn't have any kind of upper body control, what is he going to do? He's going to try and control my legs, right? So he'll go to my legs, which I don't mind. So I've stopped him from getting any closer up on my upper body, so it forces him to attack the legs. Let's say he takes the legs here and starts passing. Okay? He can pass my legs right now. But does he pass me? No. What does he have to do now to pass me? He has to move his control from my legs to my upper body. So the next stop is probably going to go crossface or something here and attach himself to my upper body, right? So this is where I want to intervene. I don't mind if he passes the legs, but I'm not letting his control come any higher than my hips. Does that make sense? So if you're going to try and pass now, Ralph, without having any more control, what will happen? He makes space, and I recover. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that he doesn't get any kind of upper body control. You try and get upper body control, I keep his arms back, and you see I'm pummeling my arms in. See in slow motion what happens here is he tries to come on the inside and I go on the inside. It's very similar to wrestling in this position here, and I'm trying to keep him back. I think the easiest way is my hands on the inside of his biceps, pushing him back. Sometimes I go to the armpits, sometimes the shoulders, sometimes I'll control the hands myself. But I don't want him to get anything past here. That means no underhooks, no overhooks, no head control, or anything. So that, in turn, is going to force him to do what? He's going to start controlling my legs instead. And I don't mind if he does it. Let's say he locks them both up here. But I don't just sit there and flat and let him crawl his way up. I make sure that that's cool, you can have this. But these arms aren't coming any further. Okay? You're not going to get your control here. Because for him to pass, he has to change to the upper body. If he tries to pass while just holding my legs, which he can pass my legs, but he's not going to pass me. Try and consolidate without moving your arms any further up. So it's very easy for me to roll him, switch up, doesn't matter. I can guillotine him, I can attack him, but it's very hard. A lot of time I'll just turn my body like this and roll him. So he has to go from my legs to my upper body, and this is where I keep this from happening. Usually I'll sort of choose one arm. I'll say, okay, I'm going to block this arm from coming up any further. This arm can come up, but the moment he lets this go, it also lets control of my leg go, doesn't it? See? And then my leg comes back in. So I wait for this. A lot of time I might even sit here forward like this, and I wait for any one of these arms to loosen up. The moment it does, not only am I stopping it from getting any further, I'm bringing my leg back out. Does that make sense? So here, I wait. He goes back, I bring my leg up, and I don't let him consolidate. I don't give him control up any further. Did you have a question? No. Just waving. So, this is what I want you guys to work on, straight up. You're going to get a partner, he's going to try and pass just lightly, try and get any kind of control. I want you to make sure that he doesn't get any control of your upper body. If it comes on your neck, push it off, doesn't matter. Don't give him that control, keep blocking. Then, he decides to go for the legs, any way he wants to control the legs. I want you to make sure you don't go flat on your back. You can, but you've got to keep him back. Don't let him change his control from his legs to the upper body. You can let him go over your legs, it doesn't matter. He wants to go over your legs, but don't let him transfer his control here. The moment he does, I block. Now what do? Bring my leg back out. guard back again. Does that make sense? Okay, we're going to grab a partner now and start practicing that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.